What's going on, y'all? What we got going on today is going to be a fun video. I have never done this before in my life, so I'm pretty excited about it. Y'all might be asking, hey, Andrew, why are you wearing the same shirt from the last video? Well, that's because I just filmed it like 30 fucking minutes ago. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, I don't know why, I was just feeling really high energy. I'm fucking excited about this video. What we got going on today is a suicide. And no, I'm not going to be killing myself, so y'all don't have to cut this video or stop watching it. You can show this to your kids. Nothing really bad going on in it, so to speak. So, what we got going on is, I don't know if y'all knew this or not, but a suicide is apparently when you mix flavors of dips. Being the dumbass that I am, I thought it was like a full can, or just put as much fucking dip in your mouth as you possibly can, and that's a suicide. Like, you're going till you puke. But my friend was like, no, a suicide is like when you mix the dips. He was like, you've been dipping all the Outlaw shit. Why don't you do a video where you like mix all the Outlaw dips? And I was like, shit, that'd be awesome. But you know, I don't have the badass bourbon. Well, I was like, screw it, I'm gonna still do it anyway. So what we got going on today, a little bit of Southern sweet tea, a little bit of that Lucky Lipper, a little bit of that wild watermelon. We're gonna take a little pinch out of all of these. Just freshly cracked all these cans. This is a Lucky Lipper from my last video. So what we're gonna do, take a little pinch out of all of these and put them in this old Outlaw Southern sweet tea can. I tried to pick the dullest flavor to mix up. Southern sweet tea is the least overpowering flavor of these three, I'd say. So I tried to pick the one with the least overpowering flavor. That way, if it mixes up in the can, I didn't know if the can, like the residue and everything, you know, I mean, I don't wash out my cans completely, so it still got a little bit of the residue in there. So I didn't want, like, say if I did it in watermelon, I didn't want the watermelon to just overpower all the other dips. So I figured we do it in the sweet tea, and we'll see what happens, you know. I'm doing this for the first time, so, okay, this is gonna be a challenge. I did not think about this part. I was hoping to show y'all me actually, like, you know, taking the pinches out of the cans and all this. So since I guess we're doing it, since we're just mixing all this shit, we don't have to pack our cans. So first one we're gonna do is the sweet tea. All we're gonna do here is get us a little pinch, nothing huge, you know, because all this together is gonna make for one pinch. So do the sweet tea. God, I don't wanna like mix my dips here. See if we can get my fingers cleaned off any more than that. Look at that. That shit just sticks right to your fingers. Oh well, it's going in the floor. Next, we're gonna do the God, that watermelon smells good. Wish we had that YouTube smell-o-vision, as Outlaw calls it. Okay, I'm gonna try to do all my pinches the same size. Just a little pinch of that watermelon. God, I just want to lick my fingers off after all this. Looks so tasty, you know what I'm saying? Got the Southern sweet tea, got the watermelon, and then to complete the trifecta, we're going with that Lucky Lipper. Already took a pinch out of this, so don't be getting your panties in a twist. Got us a little pinch of that. Throw it down in the can. All right. Y'all can see we got all that in there. Oh my God. A little bit of dip just did not fall out on the floor. We were going to ignore that. I do not waste dip. It is against my religion. God, it's not packing very good. Let's try it. There we go. Probably should have put more in here. Probably would have packed better. Oh well. You live and learn, boy. God, how can I show this to y'all? I really need to get like a fancy camera set up so I can show this to y'all better. Y'all see? We got that can all mixed up in there. Set that back up. All right, let's take us a nice little pinch out of here. Did I shake this up enough first? We'll just go with it how it is. I probably should have shook it up a little bit, but oh shit, whatever. I'm dipping pretty much the whole thing, so it don't really matter. And since we're doing it, why don't we just throw the whole thing in? Be like 2 dips in one. Pack is an extra fatty right here. You gotta get that Dixie Roadie to spit in. Okay, so let's sit back and have a moment to ponder everything that's going through my mind and my brain and my taste buds and everything right now. Okay, I'm getting hit with a lot of different flavors here. God, the mixing of the flavors together is so hard to like fucking separate them than if you just stick them in. The fact that you mix them all together, like, honestly, the first one that hits me is the Lucky Lipper. That's what I'm getting first, but I'm trying to get I'm getting the watermelon too, but I can kind of, like, I'm getting the sweetness of the watermelon, I'm getting the lemon lime of the Lucky Lipper, and then I can kind of taste the sweet tea, like, in the background, but it's more, the sweet tea is more subtle, which is what I thought was going to happen, because the Lucky Lipper and the watermelon, they're just so strong. The sweet tea just doesn't, it's not as strong as a flavor, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a subtle, like, kind of background flavor. It tastes more like that, it's like an original tobacco flavor. This is really good, honestly. Combining all the dips together, I might have to like do a whole can like this. But yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting the Lucky Lipper and watermelon. They're both like right there, neck and neck. And then sweet tea is just coming in subtly. Starting to get a little bit more sweet tea, but that, honestly, I gotta say, I thought the watermelon was gonna be the dominating flavor. The Lucky Lipper is a little bit more dominant, and I think of any of them, I feel like I put in a little or pinch of Lucky Lipper. I could be wrong, you know, I didn't like measure it out like Rachel Ray or Bobby Flay or any of those other cooking people, but speaking of cooking, I want to do a YouTube video for you sons of dicks. Do like a cooking video, cook up some deer or something. God, I just cooked up some deer tenderloin tonight. Did it with like some mushrooms and onions, and then like, God, just put some like salt and pepper and garlic and all kinds of shit in there. Let me tell you what, it was some kind of good. It's all good, y'all, as long as you add a little butter. That's what Paula Deen used to say before they kicked her off TV. Don't get me started on that. That pissed me off. I love watching Paula Deen on TV. I saw her on TV the other day on some rerun. I don't know what it was, though. But, God, now I'm thinking about all the things that got kicked off TV. Dukes of Hazzard. Y'all remember that show? That was a great show, and they fucking kicked it off TV. Because it had the gosh dang rebel flag on the roof of the car. It's just two old boys never meaning no harm, you know what I'm saying? They're running around, having fun, racing their car, getting away from the crooked cops and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to outsmart Boss Hogg because he's a fucking fat piece of shit and he was stupid anyway, so it was pretty easy to do that. But they take the sons of bitches off TV, and I'm like, that kind of shit just pisses me off, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying not to get too much into that. I feel like I'm almost getting on a political train right now, and I'm trying to not get into politics in my videos because I know politics is a very like dividing topic, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a proud conservative and everything, but I don't know, I only get into politics once I get to know somebody. So the fact that, you know, y'all are watching this publicly, and I have talked to some of you out there, and have got to text you or hit you up or whatever, you know, you comment on my videos, be like, hey, you got an Instagram, you got a Snapchat, and I'll be like, you know what I'm saying, I still talk to some of y'all out there. Forgive me, I don't know your names when you text me or whatever. I'm like, oh, hey, it's that dude from YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Or else I would shout you out. Hey, comment your name down below this video, and I'll shout out your YouTube channel in my next video. I got you. Speaking of shouting out YouTube channels, shit, I meant to get the actual name of this video before I started this video. Fuck. Okay, Jesse Ryan USA. Look up Jesse Ryan USA on YouTube and go to his. It's going to be his most recent video now, and I know he'll post another one that's not going to be, but it's like a dip song or something. And he posted it just a few days ago. And the dude, I like the dude a lot. He was in the dip run with Outlaw and Darcy and Chris Dips. And dude's a funny ass dude. You can go follow him on Instagram. He's a pretty funny ass dude. Shares a lot of good, real shit. But so speaking of shoutouts and YouTube videos, he did this song, and somebody that just subscribed to my channel commented on one of my videos the other day and was like, hey, he's like, did you see Jesse Ryan shouted you out in his YouTube video? and like you were on it, and I was like, what? And yeah, he was like, go look up this video. So I went and looked it up. And it's like 3.5 minute video, and I'm watching. I'm like, I don't see it. I'm like, is this dude fucking with me? And then in this song he does, he goes to this part where he's just like encouraging all the small YouTube channels out there that have dippers to just keep doing what you love, and just he was just encouraging like positivity, and like even if people comment and give you shit for it or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just to not let that bring you down or whatever, and just keep doing what you love, you know, and making videos of that if that's what makes you happy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, some people are watching, some people like it, you know, who gives a fuck with the 1% that doesn't like it or is just negative or just trying to give you shit, you know what I'm saying? You always go find those sorts of people in life, YouTube, wherever you go, you know what I'm saying? So he had this little segment where he took clips from probably like 25 different small dip channels, and I was one of them on Outlaw Southern Sweet Tea Review. I was one of the ones that he put in there, a little clip of me pinching that old Southern Sweet Tea. Some of that good old Southern Sweet Tea that we got in our lip right now. The Lucky Lipper is still dominating, but the watermelon gives it a nice sweetness, because the Lucky Lipper's sweet, but the Lucky Lipper's more that lemon lime. It's kind of a citrus sweetness. The watermelon is just more like sweet, because it's just like, it's watermelon, so it's more like a fruity sweet. And then you kind of get the Southern Sweet Tea, that kind of like, it dies it down a little bit. So the other two, what's going on right now? I don't know, when I said that, I felt like I got high or something. The other two, God, oh my gosh. Sorry, my brain just like went off into space or something. I think it's still floating up there somewhere. Okay, I just got it back. The Southern Sweet Tea, it just like dies down the sweetness in those, and it just kind of gives you that little, kind of that herbal tea flavor, like you stuck a Lipton tea bag in your mouth or something. Don't y'all make no jokes about sticking tea bags in your mouth. I don't do that, I'm straight. So yeah, but I really like this combination. I might do this again, honestly. I'd love to get the badass bourbon in there, because the badass bourbon is strong as shit. I feel like that would just give it a punch and just be like, boom, it'd be a whole nother set of flavors in there. I know Outlaw, I know he's working on some new dip flavors. I'm so excited to see what those are, because this dip is the best fucking dip you can find on the gosh dang dip market. I tell you that right now. This is a really good dip. I don't even want to take this out. I want to keep this in. It's like a double dip too, an extra fatty. But this is real good. What did I do with my water? Oh, here's my water right here. I left my Colt's cup upstairs from the last video, so gotta use a water bottle. It was in my hunting backpack. Got some of that good Aquafina spring water. Oh yeah, drinking with a dip in. I know Outlaw and other dippers, they've done videos about drinking with a dip in, but we're gonna make one for y'all, because it took me a long ass time before I could start drinking with a dip in. I would never drink with a dip in, because I was like, man, because at first, like, you can't control it. You got to develop that pocket in your lip before you can drink with a dip in, because you got to keep it controlled, or else you're going to be like dips everywhere in your mouth, and you're going to be drinking your dip, and then you're going to be like throwing up and shit. It's just going to be nasty as hell. But I've got to the point where, I mean, I'll drink it. I mean, I'll just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you got? Okay, one time I tried to eat with a dip in. That did not work. That does not work, okay? Even if you got pouches in. If you can eat like a sandwich or something with a dip in, with a pouch in, like, that just didn't work. I mean, maybe if you shoved it back in your jaw or something, but like you just get to chewing and it's gonna pop up, and like you might chew up, and then the snooze pouch or whatever you're chewing on, if you tried it with pouches, that's the way I did it. And it did not work at all. I mean, I did have like 3 pouches in, and I took one bite of my sandwich, and I was like, my friend was like, don't do it. And he was like, you're gonna throw up in my house. And I was like, no, man. I was like, I can do this. I'm gonna just try it, one bite. And he's like, no, don't do it. And I did it. He got so mad. And then I was trying to chew it. And I was like, this is working. And I took a few bites, and I was chewing. And I was like, oh shit, he was right. And I was just like, I swallowed it, but I swallowed my dip, spit with it and everything. And I was like, this is nasty. This is not gonna work. I can't do this no more. So I took out my pouches and finished my sandwich or whatever I was eating. But if y'all can eat with a dip in, please let me know down in the comments below. I'm just dying to know, like, how you do it, to be honest with you, because I can't do it. Drinking is one thing. I'll drink with a dip in all day long. Doesn't bother me at all. As long as, like, you know what I'm saying, I mean, usually before I take my drink, I'll spit or something, you know what I'm saying? That way you don't have all that saliva, because if you get saliva and water in your mouth, it's just going to be, you know, it's going to be all over the place. So as long as, like, you know, you spit, see here. There's a little tutorial for the video to come. Can't find my water bottle. Spit, then take you a sip, you know what I'm saying? And everything's fine, you know. As long as you got that pocket in your lip, keeps it down in there. So, you know, it works pretty well for me. But I don't want to give too much away because I want to make this into another video. So, alright, well, God bless. Y'all have a good one, and take it easy.